Trust me, in life there are no shortcuts. Ask me why. Because you might be in your 30s or 40s and you give advice to a teenager girl or boy, and they are not going to understand you, and they are going to say, why is she acting like this? But the truth is, the advice you're giving to a teenager person, you experienced the same thing, so you're giving them advice so that they don't understand, they don't experience what you experienced, but they continue doing what you experienced, and later they are going to understand afterwards that your advice was effective to them by that early age. So that is why they say that in Psalms chapter 115 verse 5 to 7, that they have eyes but they don't see. So they were not talking about our sighted eyes, as in these eyes you're looking at, they were talking about spiritual eyes, so that you can understand spiritually. Trust me, people who are awake, you may tell a person something, but totally they seem to be confused, or they are not totally looking at what you're telling them. Reason being is that for you, you are awake, so you want them also to be awake. So for them to be awake, they must also go through the stage you went through. I remember telling you about that being awake, it comes with its advantages and disadvantages. Number one, you're not going to be always understood. That's the truth. That's the fact. You're going to be talking about things that really seem to be, as if you're coming from another planet. But hey, don't mind, because later when they are awake, they are going to understand it. Number two, what you should know is that even if you tell a person, or most of the times you won't feel like criticized, you're going to protect your energy, as in you're looking at something, you read people like books, you understand each and every situation, but you're undercover. Reason being, you are awake, you know exactly what is happening around. They are acting this way, but you understand exactly what is happening. I believe that people who are awake, most of them, they went through hard times that made them to be awake. Either you lost a loved one, either you lost the whole of your business, you lost billions of money, either you went through a heartbreak, or some people treated you too badly, either you might be born as an orphan. So being awake, there must be that pain, that push that pushes you for you to be awake. So trust me, even if you tell a teenager girl that do this, do the other one, most of them, they are not going to understand unless they go through that hard times that make them to be awake. So feel comfortable with not being understood, feel comfortable with being criticized, feel comfortable with everything that opposes your energy. All of that is going to protect your energy. It protects your mental health. People who become awake in their teenager age, and there are people who are awake in their 20s, there are people who are awake in their 30s. So people who are awake at early ages, it's because they went through hard times at early age. They were forced to be awakened because they experienced their 40s at early age. So those people are experienced already because of what they experienced at early age. And trust me, it is a benefit, because the truth is, there is no shortcut in life. You must experience everything. You go through everything. You must go through the teenager age. You must go through the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. That difference that comes in is because you are forced to think like a 40-year person when you are in 20s, just because of the situation, the hard times that you experienced by that age. That is why they tell you that firstborns, most of them, they are awake at early age. Reason being, they are forced to see the situation at their early age. Hope you understand me. Thank you guys for listening to me. This is Mariam Kubra, your teacher of mental resilience, emotional intelligence, business mastery, and other different topics about life. Stay tuned. I love you all, guys.